Butler, you're as nutty as a fruitcake with all that beautiful frosting. I'm talking about my favorite brunette.
Oh, okay. Because I'm a blonde.
Welcome back to the Matinee with Forgotten Cinema, and yes, we are talking about My Favorite Brunette, starring Bob Hope, Dorothy Lamour, Lon Chaney, and Peter Lorre. Good job, Butler.
Thanks, man.
So this movie came out in 1947. It is rated passed.
Ooh.
I know, right? Not
nice.
approved, but passed. I don't know if there's a difference. We should probably look that up. 87 minutes long, which is a nice tight length. I like that. Do you like that?
Well, for a comedy, absolutely.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be too long as a comedy.
So I don't know. I mean, maybe do you want to kind of break it down for us, like what this movie's about?
Sure. So Bob Hope plays Ronnie Jackson, a baby photographer with high hopes of becoming a private detective one day as he works right across the office of a private detective.
Sam McCloud.
When his buddy Sam McCloud goes on vacation, Ronnie accidentally finds himself... Not accidentally. He impersonates the detective to have his first case, basically, to go on an adventure and to win a beautiful femme fatale.
A little side note to that, the Sam McCloud character is played by Alan Ladd, which there's an Alan Ladd joke in the movie because he is known for playing detectives. So he kind of, Bob Hope's character, Ronnie Jackson, makes a crack about it, and then he turns around, it's Alan Ladd. You're like, hey!
There are a couple of really good kind of like in Hollywood jokes.
Yes.
It definitely kind of pokes fun at itself.
Oh, yeah. What mentioned that you had talked about the Mice and Men one.
The Mice and Men with Lon Chaney. Yeah. He goes, I'll buy you a rabbit later.
At the end, you'll notice that it's a cameo. It's like you can hardly miss him because he just turns around in frame. It's Bing Crosby's in the movie. Hope and Crosby have this thing where they like to cameo in each other's movies.
Right.
And I want to say the note that I read was that he didn't even have to do any makeup because he was already shooting another movie on another lot. And I think Bob Hope paid him to be in the movie himself.
He did, and all that money went to charity eventually. I believe it was $2,000 or $2,500.
Yeah, I don't think Crosby probably didn't need the money.
Big money back then. Exactly. But yeah, Crosby had already been like, that's nothing.
What's something in this movie that you really liked?
I like Bob Hope a lot. I liked seeing him in a film. I liked his style of comedy. I liked his kind of poking fun at himself, but also making a bunch of jokes and stuff. I like that kind of wry humor he has. So I thought it worked really well. I really liked him in the film. Yeah,
very, very quick with the dialogue, with the jokes. I mean, that fruitcake joke in the beginning was his joke to Carlotta Monte, who's Dorothy Lamour's character. He's got a lot of stuff. I think he's got one where he goes, feel so hot. I'm in hot water. I feel like a tea bag or something like that. There's a bunch of lines. I mean, we could probably just go into that here, just do lines, but that's not why you're here. So obviously what we try to do in the show is just kind of talk about movies that are available on the platform you're at right now. They're obviously public domain, most of these films. And, you either have seen these movies or maybe saw them a long time ago and kind of forgotten about them and like you want to just revisit them. This was both of our first time watching this movie.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, and it's tough because we talk about this in the other shows where it's been so many years since this film came out. 47, you're talking like over 80 years ago almost, close to 80. Maybe more close to 70, but still, It's like, so there are a bunch of films that we have seen that are, more modern day sensibilities. It's really, not I want to say marvel, but it's really a testament to the strength of a film that would still elicit the same reaction that would elicit it back in the 40s in terms of our liking it, in terms of what we enjoyed about it, the comedy, the humor.
Oh, absolutely.
If for those who know Peter Lorre he's obviously, a lot of his movies are more thrillers, more scary films.
I love seeing him.
He's straight up comedy. Yeah, and it's just always throwing knives in this movie.
He's throwing knives, but he's also trying to get his American citizenship. So he's questioning everybody and going over like the different branches of government, who the 8th president is, and the police officers can't answer him.
I love that. Keep it going, pal, or something like that. Yeah, exactly. Is there anything else you thought about this movie that kind of you wanted to share with our audience?
I just think Bob Hope is really good. I think that, the comedy bits still work. Obviously, seeing some of these bigger actors like Peter Lorre in a comedy movie is pretty good. And like I said, I've seen a decent amount of older movies for somebody probably my age, and I've never seen a Bob Hope film, so it was fun to see a Bob Hope film.
This might be my first Bob Hope film too. I'm not sure, like early Bob.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not really. That might be. It might be my first one. That's amazing. That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. You know what else is pretty sad? Who we are. Mike, tell them about us.
Great.
Like that segue?
Great segue. We are Forgotten Cinema, a podcast about forgotten films that somehow seem to be forgotten by audiences, whether it be because a more popular movie was released at the same time or the film simply didn't catch on with an audience in its initial run. We discuss what we love about the movie, maybe don't love about it, but we always recommend you revisit it. You never know. You might find your own forgotten gem. We're available wherever podcasts can be found: Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, Ghana podcast streaming if you're from elsewhere. Check us out.
And you can find Best Classics Ever at bestclassicsever.com and at the Amazon Fire, Apple, and Android app stores. All right, thanks for watching. I'm Mike Field.
And I'm Mike Butler.
And this is The Matinee with Forgotten Cinema, brought to you by Best Ever Channels.